It's a story from Greenville, North Carolina, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of old-style Chris Kelly, old-style Biggie diet plans. When they would pick a date to begin starvation and would have a blowout weekend prior.
My favorite weekends of the year.
They're the best.
Blowout weekend.
The blowout weekend.
And I believe I can quote Chris Demm on this. Nobody does blowout weekend better than we do.
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's your thing. That's your OnlyFans.
That's right.
OnlyFans, watch us eat.
Watch us eat.
Watch us eat for the weekend.
There's
no way you can take more chips in.
Blowout.
Shame eat in cars. Sneak chocolate in the garage.
People put out diet plans and diet books. Maybe you should write a blowout book.
A blowout book.
Stand out.
Do that.
They're doing it
the
wrong.
blowout.
But do your podcast on it. Do your blog on that.
Blowout weekend.
Over and over and over again. And then we never actually got to the diet
starvation
part.
part.
The starvation part is a harder thing to get to. It's true. Yes, that's right.
So it kind of reminded me of this. If you're planning to buy a 2020 Corvette from Spencer Everett, we've got some very bad news. Spencer lives over in Greenville, North Carolina, and was all set to sell his 2020 Corvette Stingray this week. These are beautiful machines. Monday afternoon, the day before he was going to sign over the title to the new owner, he decided to take the vet out for just one last spin.
Never.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
He thought he'd, blow it out there on Highway 11.
One more time.
A blowout.
Just put the pedal to the metal.
Oh, God.
Well, as soon as he gunned it, his words, he lost control of the car. It spun out of control, ran off the road, flipped, and landed in a ditch.
Oh, God.
Spencer's okay. He was uninjured, but he has been charged with reckless driving, and I'm guessing the deal is off.
Yeah.
I would think so.
That would be it. I mean, how sick would you feel after doing something?
Nauseous.
Oh, yeah.
Nauseous.
By your own hand.
By your own
Exactly.
I would never. I would have done the exact opposite. I would have said, nobody touch this car.
Exactly. Yeah.
Until it's out of my possession. And
I would think to myself, something bad is going to happen. I'm going to curse this in some way if I take this car out now.
One time when I was about 12 or 13, we bought a new car, and for whatever reason, we didn't have insurance on it for like a day. I don't know why, but we went up to Piccadilly to eat, and Piccadilly.
Yeah.
In the new car?
In the mall?
In the new car.
Show off.
Yeah.
Or did y'all have one in town?
No, we only one around here.
Who's that in the LeBaron?
Yeah.
Someone's in a new LeBaron.
Why, that's fiendishly seductive.
Yeah. And my mother drove, and my father just basically sat there like, whatever you do, do not wreck this car.
Watch him.
That's right. Every single
He's turning.
And we got close to a few cars. I remember being in the back seat. My father never drove on these trips. Apparently, it took him several beers to get him to Piccadilly.
I ain't spending much food to eat here.
Right.
Because we know.
Yeah.
Well, no, Piccadilly didn't have the beer at the mall.
Mr. Dunderbox.
Dunderbox had the beer.
That's where he wanted to go. He would sit on the patio all day and have a few, and then turn to us about 5 o'clock and say, "Let's go to Piccadilly. Let's go." And so
Piccadilly was a standard cafeteria.
Yes.
Yeah.
But boy, woo, barbecue chicken.
Is that what you got?
Was it like a K&W?
Blow your hair back.
Yes.
Better.
Okay.
Fine.
That's a high bar.
Fine. Come at me. Let's go.
They had salmon croquettes and haddock.
Yes, they did. God, it was so good.
Ma'am, your husband's asleep in the bathroom.
Honey, you go in the men's room and get your daddy.
His chopped beef's getting cold.
We spent some long nights at Piccadilly, let me tell you. And then I would have
Nobody tells a Navy man or Coast Guard man who's had too much Salisbury steak.
That's right. And then I'd get 2 hours to go and explore them all on my own, and my father would say, "Just meet me at Mr. Dunderbox." My mother would go to Dillard's and go shopping.
Were you old enough to sneak porn then, or were you just kind of look at the video games?
I was old enough. I'd go into Walden Books.
Bookstores.
I'd go to Walden Books or Will's and have an almanac, but inside it would be
Take a loop around Spencer's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spencer's for sure, and probably like the shoe store. Ding. Go to Foot Locker.
Athlete's Foot and Foot Locker always. Where did they dress like referees? Champs. I was always in
That's
Champs.
Foot Locker, right?
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker. That Champs also. I went to Champs. Yes, Foot Locker. Anyway.
It's cool to look at the jerseys.
Oh, God, I loved it.
And
Never
the
bought.
balls.
Never
Yeah,
bought.
no.
My father never got that drunk. He would never buy anything for me. But one time he bought me like beef tongue at Mr. Dunderbox and a big pickle.
Lingua.
He's really drunk tonight.
But that night, when we didn't have insurance, he was on edge like you wouldn't believe. I don't know why we didn't have insurance.
Car!
Yeah.
Car. I see it.
Yeah, you couldn't. He must have really been. He tied one on. I mean, why would you go? Why would you drive that far?
I told you he had to be at least an 8-pack or eight or 9 beers in before we'd go to Piccadilly. But then he wanted Salisbury steak.
Damn it, let's
He
ride.
said, "Let's go." We didn't have anything like that in town.
No.
Yeah, we had to go.
My
up
mama
to-
had to make it.
Exactly.
Had to leave the county.
Woo! Golly, good times. But man, that one was a tough one. That we were on edge the entire
White
time.
knuckle driving.
Yes, and she would be like, "I see him, Johnny, stop it." A lot of that.
He's backing out.
Yep. Exactly.
Did you have to park at the far edge of the parking lot?
Yes, all the way down, all the way.
Across 2 spaces.
Yes, so that nobody would come near that car. We didn't want any insurance. We didn't have them. We didn't have insurance for a day.
I don't think would they let you drive off a lot nowadays?
No, they don't let
No,
you. You have
not
to
now.
prove you have insurance.
Because I think Biggie and Dave opened Kelly in my eyes a couple months back. We were talking about renter's insurance. They won't rent to you without it.
She couldn't believe
Yeah.
it.
I never even
never
thought.
had.
I
never.
never.
Oh, yeah,
never
you have
occurred
to
me
have it.
Never even occurred to me either.
At least to start the lease. Now, if you re-up, sometimes they don't check.
Oh, and you lapse.
And you can lapse it.
Yeah.
My son just yesterday drove from school to the gym, and it's about a 20-minute drive, and we watched him on Life 360 the entire time. Because it's tricky. I mean, it's 5 o'clock, and it's traffic, and there's a tricky turn
That'll
there.
make your feet sweat.
It was. We were watching him, and he was like, "Oh boy, he's slowing down." It was kind of like the new age version of what my father was doing to my mother 30 years ago, or 35 years ago. But watching him, she's like, "There's his eyebrows going all over town." That's his icon. He puts his eyebrows up as his icon.
Do you think there'll ever come a time when I guess that it wouldn't work logistically when everybody, instead of just a little icon and a phone, it's a drone above every car?
Well, never say never, but it seems like that'd be a heavy.
Because they have those
drone crasher.
cameras now that look like you can see the entire car.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know where the cameras are positioned, but it's like you can see
Yeah, I don't know.
from over it.
Yeah. I bet we
And
could
all around it.
Well, now you can watch probably the driver in the car. There's probably technology to do that, so we could see if he's wearing his seatbelt and all that kind of thing.
Sure you
Don't
can.
you think? I
Yeah,
bet so.
absolutely. It's out there as much as you want to pay for.
Yeah, and you could probably see what he's doing at least, and see where the car is. But Life 360, it's like a fast forward of all these years to what my dad was doing.
But kids insurance, it used to be up there when I used to pay my kids insurance.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it's expensive.
16 years old.
Yeah, and he ain't getting a Bugatti. I can tell you that.
No Bugatti.
Insurance on those things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't
Bad enough on it.
Not getting a
On
Bugatti.
a 10-year-old car. I
Maybe
remember that.
Maybe you could look into this upside down 2020 Corvette.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Still powerful,
Get a
probably.
good deal on that, I'm sure.
Can you watch his speed
Yes.
on that?
Yeah, it says he's traveling on Main Street at 38 miles per hour. And then it says
Does it show you the speed limit of Main Street?
no, but I bet I can get an advanced version that you'd have to pay for that
Right,
would.
okay.
Yeah, but it shows exactly how fast. And mostly I know the roads he's going on and pretty much know the speed limit.
My kid got a ticket 3 months in after his first.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, my kid's
I
pretty.
think a lot of kids do.
Yes, he's got a pretty healthy fear. So he's
That's good, but
he's
he'll
nervous.
get comfortable.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, when you're alone, it's different.
Yeah, it takes a
Whole
while.
different dynamic.
Once a few months in, you do start to get comfortable.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel like I'm a safe driver. And
I know what I'm doing.
And you pump it, man.
It takes years to really be a great driver.
It does.
A long
It
time.
does.